All right, there we go. The recording is working. So yesterday was actually, well, to begin with, really interesting. I'll show you some of the setups I saw. Um, on the SPY here, you could see in the pre-market, it kept hitting itself at the bottom there and the top there, but then the breakout did happen to the downside and went back up and retested a couple of times. I managed to catch one of those moves, but the big one really happened later. You could see where it went back to retest and straight down. That was the big one that would have been 3 times as big, but can't catch everything. So again, pretty neat pattern, not ideal. The SPY is not ideal to trade. It's very tricky, but the opportunities are there. On Apple, it was very hard to read. I didn't see anything that was worth touching yesterday. Oops, where'd it go? There we are. On Microsoft, yeah, this was interesting. It put in that major long tail hammer after being in a bearish run. And so this is a continuation play. I didn't like the wick at the bottom of it. Wasn't ideal. But, on any other day, you may have taken it. As it goes back up to this level, starts to reject it on the 1 minute, you'll find an entry. I think I took this one later on. I can't remember. And yeah, took that short and then, broke down the next level and it retested. And again, sure enough, it went down with the whole market. So again, decent patterns, Yesterday was just full of opportunities. You have NVIDIA yesterday, just went straight down early, consolidation, put in one of those hammers with some room to the left. And this is the one that I liked yesterday, and I took it. So as it broke through the level on the 1 minute, you can see the retest right there. Was about 127 and caught the move down, or most of it at least. So that was interesting there. AMD, they did the same kind of reverse ABCD pattern, but not in a way that I like to see it. So I don't think I touched it yesterday. Tesla was interesting, actually. Tesla was in a downtrend, and then what I noticed yesterday from the downtrend, it made a double bottom. Here's a bottom. Here's a second one. Once this 30-minute candle closed, then I went in the 1 minute and saw it went right back to this level. Was it about 288 or so? And it retested it or bounced off it on the 1 minute. So I took the long from here going up to the next level. So that was interesting. Got that. Then, of course, it went down with everything else. But, managed to catch a little bit of what looked like a double bottom reversal. Could have easily gone the other way, but not to be. Amazon was fun too. You can see very bearish. Then during the consolidation, put in a long tail hammer. So as it then after that breaks down through the next level, you find a 1 minute breakout retest. I attempted it once over here in this area, got stopped out, and then did not re-enter. Was busy with other stuff, and it sure enough made a perfect move all the way down. So that was another good piece of action. Meta as well, same thing. Very bearish, pull up during the consolidation, putting in that long tail with some room to the left, and then you're just waiting for it to break down from the level on the 1 minute. You have the breakout, retest, all on the 1 minute, and you get that. Again, something I didn't touch. But you can see there was just so many opportunities yesterday. Google,
on that breakout, do you immediately get in right there if you go back to the one you were just on?
Typically, no, especially not late in the day, unless I really I'm convinced the breakout is truly amazing. Usually,
if you were going to get into that one, where would you get in? Is that like 666 there to the right?
Here, I'll show you on the 1 minute chart. I remember watching it yesterday, and it actually provided a good opportunity on the 1 minute. Here it is. Look at that. Here's the breakout. Goes back to retest right in this area as you're short and you're in this. So that's how I would do it.
Copy that. Thank you.
Yep. So lots of fun yesterday. I got some good ones in, but it was the small ones. Didn't catch the majority of the move. Anyways, you can see the market is a gold mine. You never know when it's going to do a day like this. At least I don't have a way of predicting it. But as long as you take your setups, you put on the right kind of risk, and you take your stops, then when it's your turn to get lucky, you're still at the table. So that's basically how that works. So now we'll get into putting these levels on. So on the SPY, we have this 8 a.m. candle. It's basically in a tight range. I don't see a pattern. Let's go to Apple. Which one? This one's 8 o'clock. Okay, there it is. All right. I don't see much on Apple. Well, it did break down, but it's not clean. Microsoft. Man, Microsoft's been tricky lately. But I've been having fun with it. It's just tricky. All right, there you go. It's already out of that bottoming action, it looks like. Let's see what happens. NVIDIA. NVIDIA. It's out of the way. And yeah, the 8 a.m. candle on NVIDIA is pretty large again, like yesterday. Not as large, but still large. NVIDIA is interesting, actually. The setup is pretty good for a short. You see where NVIDIA has been weak yesterday, and then consolidation, breakout, hit another level. So if it goes back up to that level and basically retests where it broke out from, around 120, that's a short. The other short that could happen is just a breakdown through 117. Keep an eye on that for the open. Let's see how it works. Proof AMD, all this out of the way. Where is it? Yeah, 8 a.m. There we go. I don't see a pattern on this, so we'll leave it alone for now. Tesla's going to be wild again. That one. I don't see a pattern on Tesla. Consolidation and a break, but it's not neat. Amazon. What does this want to do? We have 8 a.m. there. There we go. Again, no setup for now. Actually, hold on a sec. You have, it's weak. It's in a consolidation. It's put in a tail over there with room to the left on the tail. This could be weak. There we go. I'll watch Amazon for, again, more weakness off of either of these levels, either here for an entry or a breakthrough 208. So there we go. So far, NVIDIA and Amazon. What is this? Meta. Let's see if Meta's going to be fun today. All right, Meta. I don't see a pattern on it now, but we know how Meta is. And Google. Yeah, same measured move as yesterday. I don't see a pattern. All right, so that's all I've got for now. We still have some time to the open, and we'll see what happens. All right. So for now, I'm just going to wait till these 30-minute candles close. A couple minutes before the open, I'll end up finalizing what I really want to do here. In the meantime, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss. We've got a few minutes.
Hey, Avi, good morning. Thanks for explaining this. Can you please explain again the retest, so how you see the retest of when the price comes to retest a level, so any example of that?
Yeah, let me find you a good example here. Okay, actually here, right here on Google, you can see it. If you have this level down here already, you can see the price broke through it, right? And it went down, and then it goes back up to where it broke out from. You can see it was support. It broke through support, and it went back up, and it's rejecting it. It's turning what was support into resistance. This is a retest complete, even doing it right now. You can see this is becoming very firm resistance. This is a very convincing level because it was support, had a breakout, and retesting it from the downside, basically turning it into resistance. This is what you want to see to have conviction on the level. And so basically on this 169.50 zone, or was it 169.20 zone, there's a lot of selling happening. So that's just a breakout and a retest. That's all it is, really.
No, but if we look at the left, let's say okay, we see it in the first candle, it broke with the volume, this red one, so from 170 to 168. Then yes, this big one. Then after that, okay, it comes okay, this makes kind of a hammer here at 169. First hammer. Then okay, it make a indecision doji, and like okay, again go to try there. Then like
Yeah.
the next candle, it is like on the left, if we see like okay, the price keeps on hitting it, but like okay, not able to break it. Like so we can say that it is going to break this level, or like how
You
to
could, yeah. Now, that's a good point. You can get a breakthrough here if it keeps pushing up against it. That's also an indication for a breakout. Now, what you're talking about here is a smaller picture. You're looking at this consolidation, and you're thinking it's going to break out of consolidation, which it might do at the open. This happens very often, right? In which case, you get a quick pop to 170. That's more likely. That's very likely, actually. But I'm looking at a different perspective. I'm looking at a much bigger one. Looking at this entire chart, it's all bearish. This is just a consolidation for another bearish move. It could pop up to 170 and pop back down. Basically, it'll just make a wick on a 30-minute chart. And that's very convincing. If it truly does that, I'd like it to do that. Go strong first for a couple of minutes, then come back down through 169. Then you have something really big. I would take that for a short. So again, it's all perspective, right? So both plans are there. We can have different plans, and you can make money going long at first, taking like a 1-minute ORB. And once that's over, I'll take the short going down a little later, like 15 minutes after they open. So
why is it that you'd like it to pop up like that? Why is that a good sign?
If it pops up and it puts in a wick, that's very convincing, right? It starts to become one of those long tail hammers. Those long tail hammers.
I see. It pops up and then comes back down. Okay.
Yeah, that would be a hammer, right, on this 30-minute time frame. Yeah, cool. All right. So we still have a few minutes to the open. This is Friday, so it's 0 DTE options day. And we also had a big day yesterday. So what's interesting is most things seem to be holding below yesterday's low on a daily level. So that's interesting for a continued move down. So these are things to keep in mind sometimes. I wouldn't base my trades on that to just go short everything. But these are just patterns I tend to see regularly. All right. Now what do we have? Look at Microsoft. We were talking about that long tail hammer. There it is. Microsoft just did it. Boom. Definitely going to watch Microsoft. This might be a very good short. NVIDIA also looking interesting. Did a breakout. If it pops up, retest, or just breaks through, one of the other. Google is okay. Amazon's okay, but Microsoft's a lot better. Apple also weak. Okay, we have about 2 minutes. Tesla super weak. Whoa. Meta as well. Excuse me. Oh man, it's going to be another day full of opportunity, perhaps. Meta's already breaking out. Holy crap. Okay. Man, gotta be careful not to get into too much stuff too early in the day. So I like Microsoft, Meta, and NVIDIA. That's 3. That's 3 is too much to watch right in the first minute.
And these, I'm assuming, are pretty fast trades. You're in and out pretty quick.
Yeah, the entry is very fast. And then ideally, you don't have to get out quick. But let's see. If it goes to your target quick, then yeah, get out quick. I'm trying to cheat, basically. I'm trying to plan the open and avoid that opening volatility stuff. So I'm really pushing the limits here. Oh, excuse me. Oh, so let's see. Basically, I'm trading a 30-minute candle at the open. The SPY, I don't know what it wants, but I gotta pay attention to it. Okay, so it's gonna be Meta and Microsoft. I have more conviction on Meta than anything else. So Meta and Microsoft. I got NVIDIA as a bit of a backup to watch, but 2 at a time is enough. Price is going to open here. 655 will be a good contract to get into. All right, about 30 seconds to the open, guys. So take it easy. Know your plan, know your trades. Wait for it. Oh, it's going to be cheap today. 0 DTE day. All right. Man, Microsoft. NVIDIA is actually not good on a 1 minute chart, so I'll forget about it for now. So it's just Meta and Microsoft at the open. And I like them both. Meta tends to put in cleaner moves, even though it's really hard. It's cleaner generally. All right, here we go. I can't even tell what the options price is. It's $4. Crap, there goes. Microsoft's already gone. $4.50. Okay. Come on. All right, short into Meta via long put contracts. Man, this is fast. 652 is the target. My goodness, this is just insanity. 655. I'm going to scale a bit out. This is very heavy. Okay, that's enough for me. Whoa. It's at the target and it's really squirrely down there. Whoa. Yikes. No. This is dangerous. This can go in any direction now. So got that trade all done. And if it goes further, great. I still have some on the table. It'll probably hit 650. There's probably liquidity there and bounce off. So let's go for 650. Got a few contracts left. There it is. You can see how fast this thing is, man. Normally, this kind of move would take 5 minutes to happen. It happened in like 30 seconds. Okay, I'm putting the exit basically halfway through the big candle. Microsoft also went, but didn't provide an entry. There goes Tesla breakdown. Call it Tesla. Tesla's fun. Tesla, wow.
I don't even see where you're finding entries. It's so fast.
Yeah, this is very very squirrely. You got to be careful with this. Try not to follow me into this stuff. This is wild. I'm adding into this position. I got 6 contracts. My exit is basically the top of this current candle, and I wanna get a little pop through 650. My exit is nicely past break even. There we go, 650. Come on, there's lots of liquidity there. It's probably gonna pull up. At the open, things move much faster than otherwise. Wow, my eyes hurt looking at this thing. It's so fast. Yeah, you see it's struggling there. Okay, there it is. That's very close. Good. Get some more out of there. Hit the break even. Okay, so it popped through 650. Would you look at that? And then pop back up. All right, I'm going to leave this alone now. Not going to mess with it. Anyone catch Microsoft? Look at that thing, man. Crap. Wow. Perfect 1 minute ORB setup if you guys like such things. I mean, look at that thing. Just go. So was Meta. Pretty good 1 minute ORB setup. Okay, where's my target now? I don't even know where my target is. It may be already there. Yeah, it's already there. Gosh, how do you I have 2 contracts left? I don't know what to do with it. I just have to sell it. Yeah, there's nothing to do. I have to close the position because there's nothing left in it. It hit a target, and whenever it gets to a target, I have to exit. So, all right, that's one. Actually, that's enough for the week. I'm actually very tired this week from a lot of trading. It's been very hectic. That was good, fun. Anyone get anything else? See Tesla moving nicely. See Microsoft moving nicely. Apple was, whoa, something went wrong with Apple. Bad print. AMD also not nice. Moving. I bet this thing's gonna double its move now, Meta, and I'm out of it. But whatever. Amazon's interesting if you guys like such things. Breakdown, retest 208 for the short could be good. So what do we have here? Andrea, you got Microsoft. Nice. There you go. That's a good move. It's moving nicely. What do we have? AJC, you want to talk about Tesla for today? Okay. Tesla is see, I didn't like it very much today because it's not so clean. It's messing around with the zone. It's not truly respecting the zone and started respecting it later. You could call it a breakout and then a retest, maybe. But really, I think the good one on Tesla would be here, the breakdown of this level here. And that's pretty much what's happening now. It broke out, retest, and it's going. The pattern's pretty good. Your entry is try and get an entry around 276. You have a good little ABCD, a reverse ABCD pattern. So again, but it's good. It's not ideal. I think it's good. And then the target is, well, where's the candle? I've lost it. There, 272 down there. Yep. So that's what I would do. Dean, you're gonna wait 10 more minutes. Yeah, wait for it. Wait for it. Take your time. Take your time. You don't have to do this stuff. You can see I cheat the open, man. If I was just putting stocks that are in Catalyst and put it on my watch list and just watch the open without a plan, then I'll have to wait for a minute and wait for these ORBs and stuff. And I've had so many losers over the years with ORBs that I've actually made it faster than ORBs. But no, I'm just trading bigger time frames. I'm trading much bigger stuff than ORBs, and that's what helps me get going. See, this is a breakout on a 30-minute picture. It was weak, and then so you can see the reverse ABCD pattern, and then breakout, and I get in. That's it. So it's a 30-minute trade more than anything else, and I got the move to 650, or yeah, I got out of it at 650. It even popped lower, and that's it. And that's pretty good. Let's look at the risk reward side of it. I had how many contracts? 150 with an entry at, let's say, $4.70, and the exit's about $1 away. Huh? Is that right? Yeah. Well, anyways, look at the risk reward. Basically, the exit is down below this candle, and the reward side is further out. So just on that first exit, it's probably 2-to-1, and added more, and you end up with more. Probably end up with 3-to-1 on this, and this is out of the money, so that helps with the RVR stuff. So there we go. On. Now we have Tesla, AMD, everything going the other way. Let's see if everyone thinks all this stuff is cheap after yesterday's sell-off. Pre-market action was not convincing to tell us that it's finding buyers, but let's see. I think I'll call it a week now. It's been a lot of trading. Taking a lot more trades this week than I'm used to. So good to close on a positive note. What is here? What's here?
Hey, Avi, when you push the buy or sell button, are those market orders going through?
Yes, they are. Always market orders. I want to get in when I want to get in. I want to get out when I want to get out. I'm not going to wait for it. This is day trading, right? It's pretty fast. You don't have the ability to wait for things.
Yeah, sometimes I've used these wide limits, so it almost acts like a market, but it's not quite a market. It has a ceiling on how much slippage you take, but I don't know. I've never used that on options.
I haven't either, and I don't know why you would mess around with limit orders of any kind. Really, a wide limit, I get it. There are marketable limit orders, which are kind of like in between. Just make sure you don't get a very bad spread. It's just a safety mechanism. But no, you should be just fine with market orders for most of the stuff. Not too much to worry about. And this is, again, day trading. You need to get in when you identify your setup is there. You don't have 10 seconds to wait for it, especially if you're trading the open. Just get in. You want to get filled right away. Getting filled is more important than anything else, really. And then make sure you know where your exit is, either the stop or the target.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool. What's going on over here? We got Andrew into NVIDIA, it looks like. Yeah. Anyways, anyone into anything else? Things have pulled back quite severely after the drop. Most things.
I'm short on Apple and Tesla.
Apple and Tesla, okay. All right, hope you have a plan. I don't see much on Apple. It looks very messy. And Tesla, yeah. Again, as long as it's within your trade book, I don't see a strategy here, but if you got one, that's good.
Okay. Well, we'll see, I guess. Thanks.
Yeah. Sure. Did you say short on both of them, Dave? Short on Apple and Tesla?
Yes, short on both.
Okay. Yeah.
Just off their by a day.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I've rekindled my romance with Meta these days. That's very, very nice. Feels good. I was struggling with Meta all of January and even most of February. So finally, we're playing nice again. Let's get the screenshot up here and get that out of the way. All right. That's good. Cool. AJC, you want to know if I would enter Tesla if the 30-minute closes? All right, let's have a look. Just a moment. Tesla 30-minute. Okay, so if it closes as a serious long tail hammer, as it does not have that wick on the upside, what you basically get is Tesla's in a downturn or a what do we got? A bearish run, and it's put in a massive long tail hammer. So that would be a good signal for a reversal, and that the hammer would have room to the left on the tail. It's happening at a consolidation zone, and yeah. So if that hammer closes well, I would like to see on a 1 minute chart a breakout of this 282 area, 282.30 or whatever this level is, and yeah, breakout retest on a 1 minute, and that would be the entry I would take for long. That'll take a while to set up if it sets up. Not anytime in the next 30 minutes, I think. Yeah. Sure, you're welcome. Basically fractal pattern stuff. I want to get back into
30-minute levels and 10-second executions.
That's the game plan. It's nice when it comes together, right? Oh man. Yeah.
Thought I was watching Andrew there for a minute.
Oh, I trade much faster than him. He has no chance in front of me. Well, the competition's healthy. No, but actually, when I do trade the open, it's usually like this, which is a lot faster than Andrew, but I plan it. I basically cheat. I'm not like Andrew. He'll actually be able to watch the price action after the opening bell and then make up his mind. I make up my mind before that, so I don't get triggered by all this movement and excitement at the open. I basically put all those triggers away and I have a plan, and it either comes together or it doesn't, and that's it. And it looks really fast, but really it took like 10 minutes to plan out, right? Or it takes 5 minutes really. So it's actually quite slow. There we go. Tesla
Avi,
doing that. Yep.
Avi, are you looking at any of the other charts besides the 1 and the 30-minute? Are you looking at the daily or even like the 10-second chart?
No, nothing. Just the 1 and the 30. 30 is the primary. And then I zoom into the 1 once I get a good setup on the 30. That's all there is, really.
Thanks.
Do you see SPY setting up for a long to 589?
Well, I mean, it's putting in that hammer, kind of like Tesla is, but let it close. I don't see a setup on it. What is this? And don't make me look at the SPY. I don't want to trade anymore today, but if I look at the SPY, I'll end up taking another one, another few maybe. The SPY is interesting. Again, a big bearish run, and then puts in the long tail hammer. If this closes truly bullish, then I want to see it break out of the next level. 1 minute chart would be a breakout retest, and that's the long up through 590. For now, it's let it close. We still have 15 minutes for the candle to close. We're only halfway through the first 30-minute candle, guys. It's super early. The market is barely opened. So take your time.
All right, thanks.
Yep. Shane, you're saying DOS keeps crashing for you? DOS had a recent upgrade or update, at least recently, I think. I didn't get it. I have to check, actually. But see if you need to update it or check the RAM on your computer, stuff like that. It could be good. Could be a good update. And you got to keep your discipline. That's very important. Okay, Shane, if you're having trouble with software or hardware, I mean, get that sorted out before you try to trade. You know that, right? Because it's gonna mess everything up. Very, very important. There you go. Cool. Okay, who in this chat room is in Dubai and Abu Dhabi? Because we're meeting up tomorrow for sunset. Who's here? Jacob, you coming in? You're not coming in from Abu Dhabi, right? You said
No, I might change the plan. I'll let you know. I'll try to come in.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I'll try to make it, Avi.
Alright.
Still, I have another trip on Sunday, so I'm not sure if today and tomorrow. I mean tomorrow and after, but I'll let you know.
Sure, yeah.
Tomorrow.
It'd be great. It'd be great to meet up. Yeah, come on in. It's a bit of a drive for you guys, both of you from Abu Dhabi. So.
yeah.
But it's worth it. It's good fun. We got a nice place we're gonna try and go to, so we'll see.
Beautiful.
Jacob, if you change your mind, we can drive together.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll text you. Cheers.
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 Yeah, get an Uber together from Abu Dhabi so you don't have to drive. Just take it easy,
Just relax.
Find a transport. You don't want to drive. Especially we're going to the Palm, and it's Saturday afternoon. It's just wild traffic, especially coming out of there after dark. It's a tremendous amount of traffic. The last thing I want to do is drive. Actually, I like taking my motorcycle and winding through traffic, but that's it's a different thing. But yeah, the traffic's a mess out there, so be careful.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Avi, what are your thoughts on the funded accounts in BBT? Because I've been trading on the sim for about 2 months now, 2.5 months.
Yeah, you know what? It's one of those things that I wish I used and was available when I first started out. I would have saved a lot of money that I threw away. Because when you do the funded account, you basically buy the program or buy the account. And what you've paid is the maximum you can lose, right? You just lose your investment. That's it. So your losses are capped. Now you can really focus on trading, and it's rewarding. As in, if you trade well, you get rewarded, right? You get paid. So I think it's an excellent tool and a really great exercise. Go for it if you can early on. And if you're struggling with profitability or you're in the sim, I'd rather go for that than go live with your own money. Yeah, you learn a tremendous amount. And think of it as an investment. You buy whatever the program is, and think of that money as money spent. Don't expect to get it back, and just focus on trading. Go through your learning curve, and you'll see the difference. And it is rewarding. So it's not like sim trading. It's very different because it's rewarding. There's money to be had. You've paid already. You've already put your money at risk like you would in trading. So I think it's a fantastic opportunity. So give it a go. Definitely give it a go before we go live.
Avi, do you see anything in Apple? It's building a huge 30-minute tail here. Hammer.
Yeah. There's a problem with it though. This tail here is not valid. What you want to see on this tail is that it went down and it was a red candle. There were transactions all the way. And then there were buyers here, and then buyers were stepping up. That's what you want to see. That didn't happen. I wasn't watching it at the time, but when it puts in something so strange like this is not one of those where there were sellers and then there were buyers. It's not that. It was just one transaction happened way down here off the market. Like some big hedge fund sold their shares to another big hedge fund and they agreed on this price. And once the transaction went through, DAS has to show that transaction to us. And the way DAS shows it to us is with a tail, with a candlestick. That's where that transaction happened. If you're watching the tape, you'll probably see it. If you guys have a recording of the tape or something, you'll probably see a big transaction just come through right down there. And so it just prints a wick. There's nothing there, and suddenly there's a big wick on your screen. So this is invalid.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Man, things are messy, except maybe Tesla. Tesla's been nice and strong. But also messy, not exactly just nice and strong, but messy strong. I wouldn't have touched it anywhere today. This is one of those days that Brian likes to call a hangover day. Massive move yesterday, and so today, no, the market doesn't know what to do. It's just hungover, just kind of messes around. So if it truly is that kind of day, you want to be careful, and that'll happen. Like it's likely to happen if the price action goes back into yesterday's range, which you can see on Tesla. At least it is. It's claimed yesterday's low. It's back into yesterday's action. Tesla didn't have a massive day yesterday, so it's not a good example. But let's see other ones. Something like Meta. No, it hasn't claimed. Okay, so once it goes back into yesterday's action, that hangover day idea comes into play. So far, Amazon is just at yesterday's close. AMD is within yesterday's action. Microsoft is still below. So interesting. I mean, it could be good, could be messy. For now, it's messy. Oh.
I mean, if you're not in a trade, I had a question regarding your SPY, the one you did yesterday.
Yeah, sure.
The entry was not a perfect hammer, right? But you mentioned something about 30-minute yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, what I was looking at on the SPY, let's put the chart lines back on from yesterday. This is yesterday's action. So this activity yesterday was interesting. I saw, let's put this in the right place here. So in the pre-market, it's consolidating up there, right? And just getting higher and higher. It looked like it would have broken out, but it did not. And then it came right back to the bottom and started bouncing off the bottom. Mm-hmm. So it's very interesting. You basically have a resistance and support. You have a big range. It's hard to say it's a consolidation. It's just a big range. Mm-hmm. But that is firm support. I mean, you can see those wicks right there. Very firm. Then it did break out.
Yeah.
Now that's interesting. Once it broke out, then it comes back into this area and starts resisting this area. And I think I took one attempt somewhere up here in this zone on this second wick or something, or no, actually it was earlier. It was here, probably 10 a.m. and got stopped out very quickly on that. Mm-hmm. And then the next time when it made this lower high, right, then I started to get involved. And as it broke through the level, it was a lot of momentum. I got in short just about there. I think it was just below 595. With the stop just above, and on the 1 minute chart, it was there. That action was there. It's basically a massive momentum breakout, and then it did its little pullback thing, and then eventually got to the target. And there was just this one range I caught. I mean, this thing went 3 measures.
Okay.
So basically, it's just what I was looking at as a breakout, and then a retest of the breakout. But the retest was very, very messy. You can see this, right? Yeah. If you're nonstop trying to trade this, it's so easy to get stopped out 10 times on this.
Yeah. Well, messy. I mean, most of the it just did all of the tickers. I think made the move later in the day.
Yeah, everything crashed, and I think it was something to do with Trump's tariff news or something. Yeah, whatever. But it crashed. But here's, you can see this. This is the breakout. Then this is the retest. You can see this retest. How difficult is this? Yeah. Messy? I think I got short somewhere here, and I got stopped out within 10 minutes. But then here, I think it was here where I really got in, where it made this lower high.
Yeah,
And
same
I'm
place.
thinking, okay, it's basically pushing down. So the retest is very much valid. The breakout and the retest, it's not able to go back into the range. More than anything, the sellers are pushing it further and further down. So retesting this breakout zone, which is a very wide zone. But as it found a tremendous amount of momentum, this candle, I was watching it, and it was so fast. Look how choppy it is. And it went right through all that chop in like 5 seconds or whatever. It was just huge and fast.
Yeah.
And I just knew right there's massive sellers, and the sellers are always pushing lower, and then they're really aggressive here. So I got it in this candle somewhere right here at the stop right above it. And then I did this retest here. And so I brought my stop in tighter, just above the candle over here. And then I think I added in this area as it made a lower high somewhere here. And then, it got, I didn't even hold for the target. It got too big. I got nervous. So that was poor trade management, really. I ended up trading the P&L. I was like, oh crap, it's too big. I couldn't hold it together anymore. So I guess I found a limitation that I've got now there that I have to break through. It's that P&L gets to that level unrealized. Clearly, I end up hitting buttons. So that was not appropriate. I think I exited around here somewhere.
Okay.
But really, the move was much more. Well, actually, I exited here, I think, with this big pop down here. And then there was more to be had. It would have been much bigger. And then the second one was even better because look at this retest. Here's the breakout, bit of retest, messy retest. But look at this. This was much better. You have about 30 minutes of opportunities to enter. Anywhere here would be fine.
Yeah.
And then you just close your eyes. Don't look at it.
Yeah, I did the Tesla one yesterday, similar to the one later. The one that later during the day. So, but I waited and it was not at the level, but I kind of, like what you did. I mean, sometimes also what I'm seeing is, the hammer, even though it's a hammer followed by another, let's say where you came out of the trade, it bounced back again, right? You see the candle there at the level?
Down here?
No, the one
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes even though it's a strong, sign, it might again come back and test the level again, right? Even though it's hammer and a high, it might come back and test the level again, right? Sometimes.
Oh yeah, definitely. It does it all the time. And the thing is, you're looking at a 1 minute picture here, which is tiny. I mean, on a 1 minute, look, this is very bearish, and you get a very good reversal signal. So you take the reversal, but realistically, your target is only up here. Realistically, if you're looking at a 30-minute candle, you get, it's huge. It's much bigger. Look at reversals on a 30-minute. Let's look at it right now. Let's say the SPY turns this into a massive hammer. You get involved up here. I mean, you're looking at 590. This is much bigger.
Yeah.
Right. You got to get your perspective straight. That's why I prefer to just kind of focus on a bigger perspective in 30. And that 30 is big enough where I still get 10 trades a day. It's, it's a well-balanced perspective, I think, because it's big where you get massive moves and, still plenty of opportunity. It's not too big for day trading.
And do you also see for your longs, like, I mean, when it goes down, you get more range, like I said, like more, you can actually look for more, like, two levels or something. But I think on an up, like a long, you always exit at the next line, I guess, right? Pretty much.
Not really. I just go from level to level. I don't have any rules about because it's short, you get more of a move at. I don't have any of that. That's too complicated.
Okay.
That's more guesswork and feeling hopeful and stuff.
So you pretty much next level, you exit.
Yeah, that's the plan. And if I get a chance to add in for a continuation, great. Beyond that, it's just bonus. I got what I planned for. Anything I get beyond that was bonus. Like you saw in Meta today, right? I got some bonus in. I even managed to add in for that little bit of bonus. But the trade was over by the time I got to the first level. That's it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the things like we all, I'm trying now, like you said, go for a bigger range. I'm pushing things and seems like it's not the right attitude.
Take your time with it. With it. Don't complicate it. Most people complicate it. Again, it's that whole running for safety thing, right? That's why I put that in the course. Everyone's trying to put in all different indicators and then create different hypotheses and stuff. And it's all because people are insecure about what's the market going to do. And the truth is, no matter what you do, the market's going to do what it wants anyway. You're never going to find any 100% indicator. So why are you trying? What are you trying? Just look at the candlestick. Go long, go short. That's enough. It's enough already. I'd rather just do it that way.
Okay. Got it. Thanks, Avi.
Yeah. What do we got here in the chat, Manuel? You're talking about? Oh, you did trade the funded account. Let's see. So spend a lot of time in the simulator and live trading. You generally feel that it's worth it. Makes you feel like truly trading live and taking risks. Helps to handle psychological pressure while refining technique, gaining clarity on how to trade. All right. You feel confident going back to live trading, so you think the funded account is worth it. All right. Thanks, Manuel. Appreciate that. There you go, guys. The funded account. I haven't done it myself, but Manuel has, and very good feedback right there. So again, I would say it would have saved me like $400,000 in losses that I had to incur up front if I just did the funded account, right? It would have been much cheaper learning curve.
Avi, do you see yourself stopping out sometimes in between levels based on some PA that you might see?
Yeah, that does happen. When I'm actively managing the trade, that can happen, because when I'm actively managing it, I will add in to the position as it goes in my favor while moving the stop in tighter. Now my stop is basically somewhere in between these levels. And then it may go against me and I have to exit. I did that yesterday on NVIDIA, and I was actually very unhappy with the way I executed that. I should have just left it alone. It would have been 4 times bigger. I ended up cutting off my size, and then I had to try and add back in, but I couldn't because the stop would be too tight. And it turned out to be a 5-figure trade, but it should have been like $40,000-$50,000 rather than 10,000. It was just poorly managed. So the idea is not to mess around in between levels. Get in close to these levels and just get out close to the next one, and don't mess around too much with this. That's the way I'm trying to do it here. There you go. Shane got the link for the funded account. Thank you. Rachel, you want to know about the Meta trade today? Okay. So Meta today was 1. So what I saw in Meta, so it was very weak yesterday, did a pull up and did a very neat continuation pattern with the long tail and continued down, made a new low even, and then again in the consolidation right there. And I was thinking, it could break down. Even in the pre-market, it did break down from there. So what I'm thinking is basically on a 30-minute chart, it's a breakout happening at this full 658 level. And then I zoom into the 1-minute chart. I'm thinking, well, this before the market open, I could think it's already broken out below. It's just going to pull up, ideally just retest there and go down. So let's look at the 1 minute. And on the 1 minute, you can see in the pre-market, here's the breakout. Here's a retest. As I'm sure that this is a retest and the 1 minute candle is starting to push down very aggressively, I'm entering short right about there and getting into it. So it's just a retest of a breakout. That's all. And in the bigger picture, it's all going down anyway. So I'm going with the bigger picture here. Fractal pattern, right? It's going short on a 30-minute, find a short opportunity on a 1 minute. So the breakout, retest, and off it goes. Cool. There you go, guys. You got the details on the funded account. It's all here.
Spy did a nice move, I think. A good hammer and.
Oh yeah, it did. Man, stop telling me about it.
Oh, we want to see that 100,000, trade.
I'm not in the mood today. You're gonna give me $100,000. You can give it to me, but I'm not gonna go risk money now. I'm not in the mood. It's really like this is where I should stop trading when my head's not in the right place. Now my head's not in the right place anymore. It's just maybe after 2 hours I'll get there again, but no. I'm more than happy to have a Friday night.
Just
no, it's good. It's a good pattern. It's a good one. If it goes up, breaks 587, and on the 1 minute breakout retest, that's an opportunity.
Hey, Avi.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go.
How you doing? Yeah, I was wondering if you can get back on the 30-minute chart, Meta chart.
Yeah.
I was wondering, what about the just right before the market opening? What about does the candle helps you in order to know it's going to drop? The last one I'm talking, the previous day one.
What about the previous day one? I'm sorry, I didn't get your question. Which candle? This one?
Yeah, just right before the opening. I'm sorry. Just right before. I'm sorry. And that's the previous day. Right before the opening. I was wondering, does the shape of the candle is helping you in order to know it's going to drop or not? Are you like considering just considering the biggest picture?
Yeah, not so much in this case. What's really happening here in the bigger picture is it's very weak from yesterday. It's done a reverse ABCD, and this is the second leg down. I'm looking for another reverse ABCD, basically, and this is the consolidation in it. It's actually convincing that these highs are actually pretty much in the same place, and this second one pushed down aggressively, and then it just continued. The sellers really took over here at about 664 pre-market, and to the point where they even broke out below 658 during the pre-market. And then all I'm waiting for is to confirm that what was support right here. You have the 658 level. This was support. I'm waiting for it to confirm that it's resistance. And in the 1 minute candle at the open, within 10 seconds or 15 seconds, you can tell you very quickly whether it's resistance or it's blowing through.
Will you consider that is a shooting star or not?
Up here, this white one, this reverse hammer.
Yes, yeah.
It is a shooting star. It's very bearish. Basically, it's telling you about bearish activity, but you don't take a trade based on this. There is no room to the left here. It's bearish activity within a consolidation. So there's different kinds of consolidations, right? Some that look more like they're going to break out or some break down. It depends on how the behavior is within the consolidation. There's that. This one is basically, it's pushing down more than it's pushing up. I even did a breakdown. It just basically straight up did a breakdown in the pre-market. It's telling you right there. It's
so if you see I don't know, if you see a typical kind of candle and that usually it fits into like a very specific pattern, and you see there's no left in the room, then you're not taking the position, are you?
Yeah, I'm not. No. Room to the left is important. Like even here, the breakdown, see where it's breaking out from? This was support. Look at this area right here, 658. There's no room to the left here. Sorry, there is room to the left here. It hardly made one wick in this area after the market closed yesterday. But look at this. It's breaking down right here. There's room to the left. You wouldn't want to get involved inside here, right? If you look even here on yesterday's big reverse ABCD, this is that long tail hammer with room to the left inside of a consolidation zone. And then the entry actually happened like 2 hours later, right about here on that 1 minute breakout setup, which I missed the whole thing. This is what I'm upset about. But yeah, it's there. So you want room to the left.
Yeah, but the spacing range at that point, is not made. So you're assuming that it's going to make it. I'm talking about the when the market starts. When it happens. I mean, the spacing range is not built yet. So,
well, you know what? I'm not assuming anything. I'm watching before the market opens. I'm not saying, okay, I'm going to take this trade. I'm saying if this opens here and rejects this level, if it finds sellers at this level, then I want to go short. And sure enough, it did. It was popping up. You can see there's a wick on this. It was popping up a little bit, but it never broke up a new high. You can tell exactly where the sellers were. They were right here, 658.76. And look, they're still there. They're still there. That was very, very firm sellers. You can identify that right at the open. Within the first 10 seconds, you can identify that. That's what I did today. And I went with them. That's the idea behind it. So there's no guarantees, right? And try not to make assumptions, but watch the price action to give you probabilities. And the biggest probability I saw here is that it's going down, right? You can see this big consolidation over here, and then before the market opened, look at that. These highs are getting lower and lower and lower, and finally even a breakout. Just looking at a 1 minute chart, you can plan this trade if you want, just a consolidation to a breakout, retest of the breakout, and off it goes. All this happens really fast at the open. Watching it later in the day, you'll find more space between these consolidations and breakouts and retests. It'll get slower and slower. At the open, though, you have to have a different perspective. You're literally imagining 10-second candles while you're watching this thing, and it's fast. So again, I'm not going to suggest you trade the open like this. This is like ultra fast. So take your time.
I was just going to ask, how long did it take you before you started trading at the open?
Successfully at the open or unsuccessfully at the open?
Yeah, exactly. Successfully.
There's a big difference. I traded the open from the get-go, from when I was in the simulator, and that was very unsuccessful. Lost lots of money in the first couple of years. But started to do it successfully about 3.5 years in, maybe even 4 years in. 3.5 probably. And it was only when I figured this stuff out, when I started using fractal patterns and planning the opening trades. That's the only way I can trade the open. Even today, I won't touch ORBs and stuff. Even though I can spot them all the time, I don't touch them. Maybe I'm too traumatized from them or whatever. But This is the only way I'll do it, is planning it. But again, with this kind of planning, the executions can be ultra fast, like you saw today. Or sometimes you wait 5 minutes before it even gives you an opportunity with that plan. You got to be open-minded to that sort of thing. So I'm not recommending you try it. Look at it.
Yeah, it's too fast for me right now.
Yeah, it's fast. I mean, you saw how fast it was today, right? And you want to be careful. Be careful. These options things too. I don't even really know what was the options price when I got in, because if you look at the replay today, you'll be able to look at it in the first 30 seconds or whatever it was. You can't even see a candle here. There's nothing here. This chart is just empty. There's not even a red line on it. You know, what's the price? Where's the stop? What do? You know, it's tricky. I was actually looking here and it was telling me, okay, the option is about $4 a contract. That's how I knew, okay, about how many contracts can I take approximately. And it's the open, so I can't go too heavy. So that's how I did this. But then 30 seconds or 1 minute later, that's when the options price action starts to show itself. You can see in the replay today. You'll see it. It's all there.
Avi, do you always look for consolidation for a breakout trade, and how significant or important it is to have consolidation before a breakout?
Consolidations are very important. They lead to the best breakouts, always. I prefer to have consolidations. I avoid trading breakouts without a consolidation. Completely avoid them. Actually, that keeps me out of a lot of chop during the middle of the day as well. If you look at AMD, even right now, it's doing that. It's doing a consolidation right there. You can see that. And then the breakout, and it's a very convincing breakout. It's happening right now. You know, you can trade this.
The same with Apple. Apple right now is just consolidating, I guess, and you're just waiting.
Let's see. Apple's all broken. That whole pattern's broken. Let me see. Yeah, so it had a pretty tight consolidation. Did a breakdown, came right back up, and then this candle happened. This candle just messed everything up. So I can't tell you anything about Apple. But let me see. I can find some other price action that's actually pretty good. I see this quite often. Meta again yesterday was okay. We can see this consolidation, super tight range, right? Let's zoom it in. Super tight range, false breakout led to a very good breakout. So the elements are, you have a tight range, a consolidation, a false breakout, and then a real breakout on the other side. I mean, that's fantastic. And then look at that consolidation before the real good one, and even broke the low of day there in that case. You know, and then today just even continued further lower. That was the plan for today. It's just going to continue doing what it's doing. So you get those. I prefer to do it this way than any other way. Even here, you can see this consolidation zone, pretty large, really. And then sure enough, a good, strong breakout. Those are the best. Here, again, consolidation and breakout. Similar on this day. Not so clean, but similar. Consolidations are, you know, very, very good ways to look for breakouts. If it's not consolidating, I'm not going to trade a breakout or even a retest of a breakout. I'll just let it run and then take a reversal or something. So I do it that way. More conviction that way. AJC, want to know about NVIDIA? Consider long or short based on the morning plan. What was the morning plan today? I forgot. Can you remind me? It was yeah, broke out of here, retest, and go down. It already made this whole move. You can see NVIDIA consolidation, breakout, retest, straight down to the next level. Now it's back to the breakout area. Yeah, this could be retesting again, perhaps a short here, if it truly finds rejection. So on a 30-minute, it's all set up to go. It's doing the retest of a breakout. But on a 1 minute, you want to see a short pattern set up as well in this area, which it's not doing. It's just consolidated below that, which sets up for a breakout in the other way. So on a 1 minute, yeah, you're thinking bullish. On a 30-minute, I'm thinking bearish. So what do? Don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's conflicting, right? So 30 minutes is the first priority. And then I'm looking for the 1 minute to confirm the 30-minute. If you're not getting that, then don't touch it. So for now, though, all you 1 minute traders are getting the long. It's a pretty good, pretty effective consolidation for the breakout. Again, see, same concept. There you go. Consolidation. Breakout. Yeah, done. Go ahead. Go ahead.
On that same one, if we're still trading the measured moves on the 5-minute chart, what does that look like?
5 minute. Well, the measured moves on the 5 minutes actually smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got the level here. You've got, I don't see a consolidation on a 5 minute for a breakout. Nope, I wouldn't touch it. If anything, it's very bearish in there, and you're looking for a reversal. That's kind of the 5 minute picture. And it didn't. It kind of gives you some reversal action, but nothing I would be convinced about. Nothing I would touch. So let it go. We have everything going bullish now. Oh, there goes Meta. Meta's a big one. Again, here's the long. Ooh. Let's see, I'll show you this. So bearish activity, very good long tail hammer, room to the left. The new high is the entry, which is a moment ago. So right about where it is now is the entry. It did a nice consolidation for the breakout and wants to go. There you go. Gosh, I should trade this. What's wrong with me? I'll be breaking my rules if I trade now. My head's not in the right place. It's just exhaustion from the week. But this is a setup I would take. This is a reversal on a 30 minute. A very nice big reversal. Yeah, go through the levels here, and the next one will probably be close to 670. That's the one I would take. Cool. Fun. Irfan, you looking at Tesla? It broke out. Yeah, Tesla's on its way. Tesla on its way, but what, broke high of day, you could say. On 30 minute, there's no setup for me. But sure enough, it's on its way. You got to realize, guys, the market will put in moves all day, every day, over 1 million tickers, right? There's so many tickers, and there's moves happening all the time. Doesn't mean every time you see a move, you want to change your trade book to accommodate that move that you just saw, that you wanted to catch. You start doing that now, what you're really doing is chasing the market around, and the market will whoop you, completely whoop you. So don't do that. Stick to your plan. Very, very important. Irfan, you took Tesla through the level? Okay. You see, I don't have a plan on Tesla. There's nothing. I don't see a pattern. I don't see anything. It's bearish, and then it's become bullish without any setup. It's done a big indecision candle. No setup, and then it goes. I don't have a plan on this. I can't tell you anything. So you went long through the level. Okay, make sure you have a strategy for that. Right now, it's just running and putting in big candles. It looks like it's extended from the VWAP and moving averages up in this area. Whatever your strategy is, stick to it. Don't just chase it because it's breaking out. There's more to a breakout than just, oh, look, it's moving. Let me get in. You do that, you're going to end up buying at the highs and selling at the lows and stuff like that. Cool. What else we got? We got about 5 minutes more, guys, and then I'll go get ready for the YouTube stuff. And then we have happy hour today. Don't forget. Always fun, right? At noon Eastern.
Just wondering, Avi, do you think I should be using the VWAP, but because I see you're not using any steady lines.
It depends on your trading strategy. If you're trading momentum at the open, VWAP is incredibly important because you're just putting it on, and 1 minute, on the 1 minute, you're watching it. You're watching momentum. You're watching breakouts. You're watching stuff with catalysts. I think it's very, very important. But not for my style of trading. My style is totally different. I don't even have the volume here. I'm looking at much bigger perspectives here, 30-minute charts and stuff. So, yeah, you can use the VWAP, but again, you have to identify its purpose. Does it serve a purpose for you? What is your trading style? If it aligns with your trading style, then use it and backtest it. Backtest it a lot. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. No worries.
Avi, I'm still trying to square in my mind the amount of reliance that you put on pre-market data when the data, there's not as much trading volume, so there can be more, erratic or fakes during pre-market.
Well, there's that. But the truth is, if you look at the market, the majority of the moves that the market has made across its entire history, the majority of the moves have been when the market's closed. Most of the biggest money that's ever been made has been overnight, not during the day. And we are here day trading. It's kind of silly, really. So there's something to be said for that. You want to pay attention to that. And then there's the other argument. Yeah, there's no volume, and so why would you trust it? So if volume is something you believe in, then yeah, ignore the pre-market. There's no right and wrong way, right? Everything is just probabilities. So backtest your idea about ignoring the pre-market. See if it gets you somewhere. See if it gives you an edge somewhere. I just find it easier to just leave everything on the screen, leave all the candles on the screen, and remove everything else. So that's just my way. But again, ideas are all valid. Just test it and see. But it has to align with your belief. That's important, because once it comes time to put a trade on, you're putting risk on. You're risking your money, and if you're putting risk on based on something you don't believe in, then you're going to mismanage the trade. You're really just going to screw it up. So make sure whatever's on your charts, whatever's triggering you, whatever your strategy is, it's stuff you believe in. That way you can confidently put on the size and confidently leave it alone, let it run. Otherwise, you'll never let it run, and your winners will always be smaller than your losers. That'll be the end result. So those are the things to think about, I think.
Oh, makes sense. Thanks. I like the simplification of it, just leaving it all on the chart.
Less work is better, right? 80-20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to work very much. It's nice. Life is better that way. I haven't worked in like 7 years, I think, really. I haven't done any work. I haven't been productive in society. I haven't done anything. Seems kind of weird. But never been happier.
Back in the days, did you start with a lot of money, Avi, or not? Well, you started trading.
No, well, I came into trading. I'd already made some good money from the crypto market. When I started in the crypto market, no, I didn't have much at all. I got in very early with all the blockchain stuff. That was 2017. It's already expensive then. We were thinking, wow, it's so expensive. Bitcoin was at $3,000 a coin. Looking back on that now, I was like, wow. But yeah, I got started with the crypto stuff as far as financial markets are concerned.
Thank you.
Get AMD, look at that. Consolidation to a breakout, huh, guys? What were we just talking about a few minutes ago? I was asking about that. There you go. Consolidation. The breakout's good. It's convincing, right? Oh, where is it? Whoa, what's with this chart? There it is. Breakout, retest. It's on its way. It's getting higher lows. The buyers are just buying more and more, higher and higher. This is looking like fun. It's a very wide range on my chart, so you want to take some off halfway at least, just because it's so wide. It'll take 2 hours to get there. There you go. Consolidations create the best breakouts, and also I believe the tighter and longer the consolidation, the more explosive the breakout. You see that very often in the pre-market, right? Pre-market action is usually very tight and consolidated, and then explosive breakouts right at the open. That's basically what I got on Meta today. Most things behave that way at the open. Tesla as well, looking strong for now. It's right into yesterday's action though. 290 is very sticky on Tesla. If you're looking at just price action, 290 is an obvious number, and look what it did yesterday with 290. It just chopped up and down it. So what do you think it's going to do now? Probably the same until it proves otherwise. But AMD, wow, what a clean piece of action. This is convincing. I didn't even plan this. I don't know why I didn't look at it. I just ignored AMD early. But there it is. Very nice. Hope some of you got this. This is the best move that's happening now. Cool. Last couple of minutes, guys. Let me know anything else you want to discuss.
Hey, Avi. I wasn't able to follow the last couple of days, but what exactly are you doing on the 30-minute? Are you now looking for your kangaroo tails or engulfings or whatever on the 30 minutes? Or?
Yeah, the same naked trading chart patterns, looking for those patterns on a 30-minute. That's all.
Okay.
Double top, double bottom, long tail hammer, breakout, retest. Nothing more.
Okay.
Nothing. Yeah.
Thanks.
Same thing. Same thing you've always seen. There goes Meta. Still
Are you
providing
moving
enough.
over to YouTube today?
Yeah, I'll be on YouTube today from 11 to 12. Yep. Oh man, Meta. This is a very good setup for a long. If I was trading this, I would have taken it earlier, probably stopped out by now, and then re-entered probably about now. Setup is so good. Big reversal. Got that long tail hammer, breakout of the new level. On the 1 minute, you're just looking at a breakout and retest. So you got this level here. You can see where there's resistance to the breakout, came back in, then again came back and retested almost precisely. This is a very convincing area, 560. Was it 656? And boom, let this thing run. There it goes. It's about to make a new high, I think. There it is. New high. This looks good to go.
Avi, I've been long, Meta's from about 650.
You went long from 650?
Roughly in that area, yeah.
Wow.
So pre-market, I had noticed on the daily, about 3 days ago, it gave me a level at about 642. I thought, if it goes back there, it bounces off there, and if I get a good reversal candle, I'll take it. And on the 2 minute, the reversal candle was decent. I would say about a 6 out of 10, maybe. And so I thought, what the heck, give it a shot. But it's been working out pretty good.
It worked out. It's working out as well. I mean, this looks good for 663. But I would just be careful with this reversal setup here. Even though it worked, it's happening after a lot of bearish activity. I'd be hesitant. But
yeah, and I was, like say, it wasn't great, but what made me feel pretty good was it bounced, was the daily pattern was good from about 3 days ago, and I got that bounce there, so I thought, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's worth a little shot in the air.
No, that's a very good level, key level. I used to trade these daily levels not long ago, just even a month ago, 2 months ago, I think. But yeah, very good. It's right there. Just put measured moves further down, you probably find the same level as well. Cool. Nice work. Nice work there. And there goes Meta. Oh, man. I can sit out most things, but when Meta goes without me, I feel left out. It's like my girlfriend's going out without me. What the hell? Doesn't feel right. Meta. That's how Paris is with Tesla as well. All the time. Anyways, all right, guys. I'll end this one here. And 11 a.m. YouTube, the BBT YouTube channel will be live there. And then noon back in here for our happy hour. And we'll have a good little Friday afternoon. Cool. Take it easy, guys.
Nice trading, Avi. Thanks for everything.
Thanks, Avi.
See you later.
Thank you, Avi. Appreciate it.